Hello, football enthusiasts. Welcome to Black Sport Podcast. I am your host, like always, Insonet Uche, and today is a different route in which we are here to give you details of what is happening in Libya concerning the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and also with Pep Guardiola's contract with Man City. And lastly, we have someone here who is a Chelsea fan, football enthusiast like myself. Is no one else but Nas. Welcome to Black Sport.
Thank you very much, Uche.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Thank you very much.
I can say this is the first time you're here in my studio, and I feel a bit honored because this is the first time I have the Chelsea fan in here, and it's a different atmosphere. We have Arsenal, Manchester United, and now with the Chelsea fan to give us a different perspective of how we see things. So before we dive into this proper, there's one thing we normally ask anyone who comes to Black Sport Podcast, and that is, when did you fall in love with football?
Oh well, I would say 1996.
Right. Okay, this is going somewhere now. Nigeria's having this. 96 is building up. The numbers are building up right now.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the Atalanta
96
yeah.
is yes.
Sure. Oh well, I fell in love with football, or let me say sport, since 1996 when I think the millennials, you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
So, I had the knowledge of I still have the knowledge of what Atlanta 96 was like.
Yeah.
So coming back from was it 3-1?
Yeah.
Or thereabout, so and then winning the game 4-3
It's phenomenal. And for me, in that situation as well, because that also caught my moment. Seeing the jubilation. I keep saying this every single time we're on set. Looking at go in the street, it's like a carnival. Everybody was all in the streets rejoicing.
Exactly.
Even it was in the middle of the night, but it seems as if the whole country was standstill.
Exactly. Yeah, I was. Oh well, I should still remember where the last place where I watched the Atlanta 96. It was in my house in Abeokuta.
Okay.
Sabo, to be precise, for anyone that knows what I'm talking about. So for each of the goals, I mean, for once they score the goals, each goal, you would hear the noise
everywhere. It was uniform.
Honestly, it was.
And I guess that's when what happened, because I think football also in Nigeria seems have fallen off in terms of even those days you see stadiums are filled up, people actually going out there to enjoy the game of football. What happened? It seems like went down a little bit.
Oh well, are you talking about Nigerian football?
Yes, even generally, because if you notice, since then we don't have those. People used to have schools on go home. Okay, let's close early because we have an early kickoff. Even I can remember then I was boarding school, and we have this section whereby we have to come and watch the match and go back to class. So you can imagine those kind of situation whereby it was something that brought everybody together, but now it's no longer the same.
Yeah, I know. I think I would say let me be very, very sincere with you. I think the more we grow, the more responsibility we've got. It's just we can't help it.
No. This can't be a responsibility.
Well, I'm going somewhere.
Okay, let's go.
If you're not a football enthusiast, if you don't really like football, or if you don't like sport, the older you grow, the more the passion goes down.
A little bit.
Do you understand? So I could remember when I was, just like what you said, when I was in secondary school, was it Nigeria versus Morocco or Nigeria versus Cote d'Ivoire? We lost the match.
Okay.
I think the match was played at 2:00 p.m. We were meant to close at 4 p.m. But we were all released. We were all told to go home to watch the football.
Exactly.
Look at the passion back then. Even I had to miss school, sorry to say, when I was in primary 5, just to watch Nigeria-Argentina. If you remember, the Gabriel Batistuta period.
Exactly. No, those days it was actually more like it was inculcated more in the school, because as a border we had a common area where everyone can come and watch the games. So it was like, okay, this is Nigeria's player, everybody come together and watch and go back to the classes. Now these are going. I'm not saying that about the responsibility about people moving. I think the culture, the football culture, have actually go down a little bit? Not little bit as a unit, as a country.
Well, I think there are many factors to what you're saying.
Yeah.
There are many factors. Someone like me, the passion is still there.
Yeah.
And it's still like,
it's still going up.
Going
Yes.
up and going up and going up. I told people, I said, if I don't play football, I'll make footballers. That's one thing.
I like that.
Do you understand? So I've always loved football.
Yeah.
It's part of me. Do you get? So the thing is, there are so many factors, like I said.
Yeah.
Even now, recently, I think, I'm sorry to say, bet. You would see that many people know football, like they know football.
Yeah.
It's not because of the passion.
Yes.
It's because of what they get or what they are getting from.
Okay.
Do you understand? Even women would sit you down and talk about football.
Yeah.
Why would I know a club called Bristol?
Okay.
Why would I know a club called Parma?
Okay.
I don't really have business with clubs like that.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
but because you love the game. So
Exactly. So, but the thing is, I feel if you really love football, the passion won't drop, irrespective of. Let's have an analysis about Nigeria and the UK.
Yeah.
Every night when Middlesbrough, every night when they have a match,
Okay.
you see them trooping into the stadium. It's always filled up.
Yes.
I've been there like I've been there before,
Yeah.
so I know what I'm talking about. But you don't compare it to Gateway Boys.
Exactly.
Sometimes you might not even have up to 200.
Thank you.
That's the thing. But it's just I don't want to be too rigid. I don't want to blame everything on the government. Do you understand? But I feel people are going through stuff and stuff's beyond sport.
Yeah,
Beyond
those are
football.
beyond football and
That's
sports.
the thing. Honestly, I won't lie to you. I said even when I was doing my masters, I
Yeah.
was playing football.
Okay.
I was watching football. I joined the school team.
So football is practically your part of your life.
It's my life.
It's your life.
At the point,
Yeah.
it was a dream,
Okay.
but sincerely now it's hobby.
It's a hobby. Yeah, definitely it is a hobby. It is you sleep with it, you wake up with it, talk about it, everything. In a whole day, there's no how football will not be infused somehow, somewhere in your life.
Honestly,
Yes.
that's just the thing. If you love it, you love it.
Yeah,
You can't help it.
definitely. So now let's go into more perspective. Now, look at the way Chelsea team have actually been going down lately. They've been that should be 12th 2 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
That's just consistency.
Yeah.
Good work them regardless. And now with the way they are driving at, you think there's a chance Chelsea might end up in the Big Four or even win the title? What are the odds in this?
Oh well, winning the title, I would say no. Well, I'm not writing them off completely.
Okay.
But even my coach said something. Maresca, he said, you don't compare Chelsea with the likes of Manchester City because Guardiola has been there for 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Arteta has been in Arsenal for the past 5 years. He's just been there for 3 months. So if we say Chelsea might win the league, or if we take them to win the league, we're just exaggerating, honestly. But the thing is, I think they are going towards the right path.
Okay.
As a very honest Chelsea fan,
Yeah.
at first I didn't believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't believe in the process. You get,
Yeah.
they're Americans, and you know what they want majorly is probably profit and all.
Perfect. Yeah.
But I think the way they are going now, they're going in the right path. From the age perspective,
Okay.
from the coaching system, he's an Italian. I respect Italians a lot.
Okay.
I think I've said it before. I respect Italians a lot. And just look at coaches like Carlo Ancelotti,
Yeah.
Antonio Conte, and all. Do you understand? Mancini.
Yeah.
Do you get? So even the players, I respect Italians a lot. But the thing is,
What's the another in Italians? What are the really things that really make you give them those qualities or make them stand out?
I'll tell you that Italians are good philosophers. You know, they study football.
Yeah.
Why? Let me just break it down. They study football. They study the strengths of the players and the weakness of the opponent. Do you get? That's like they know when to play to their own strength.
Yeah,
they know when to play to the opponent's weakness.
Okay.
My uncle has been an Italian fan for years.
Yeah.
So it was just like an induction.
Yeah.
He brought me into the system. He explained.
Serie A was actually something back in the days. Serie A was actually the booming league, before.
Milano.
Yeah.
I used to be in Milano.
Yeah. So that means you always ready for San Siro fight every single time.
Like the days of Obafemi Martins and
yes.
Ricardo Dida, Inzaghi, and all. You get,
Just Sam, come on.
Next time, Maldini. See, football is not football anymore. But before we go into that, like we're talking about Chelsea.
Yeah.
Well, I won't exaggerate and say they might win the league.
Yeah.
But I think they are going towards the right path.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes. It's still very early into the season. You get, it's still like very early. For now, the most consistent team or teams in the Premier League right now, I'll give you like 2 or 3. That's Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool.
Okay. Liverpool, yeah, I give that. So, what we are saying now, because I could remember last month, people were not really confident in Chelsea in terms of the having Jackson being the top 9, but he has actually given back-to-back situations. I really need to be here. I actually merited to be here. And do you think that's going to last for a long time with Jackson?
Oh, well, I think Chelsea, they don't want to stop his progress.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to stop his progress. He's still very young. Like, he's still young. Maybe not very young, but he's still young. He's in a new league, a more competitive league than the La Liga, honestly.
Yes.
You just have to accept that fact.
Definitely.
And he's in a league where the media, in quote, they are very aggressive. They did it to the likes of Diego Costa, Alvaro Morata, and all, to Di Maria, and all. Or he's in a different league entirely. I'm not really a fan of Jackson. Just like John Mikel Obi said, he said, if you keep scoring every week, then I won't say anything. That's football. That's your job. Sometimes I see these people as bunch of opportunists.
Okay.
Do you get? But Jackson, well, let's see how it goes. Let's see if Maresca can bring out the best in him. I know there's something in him actually. Do you get? There's something in him.
To me, I always say this. I post things about Jackson because I love him so much. He has a good first touch. He has a good dribble. He has a good run, but always have the problem of the final finish.
Let's say, don't let me go way back. Let me just start from DJ Drogba generation or period. Since DJ Drogba and Diego Costa, I'm not sure. Well, maybe if Chelsea had been patient with Alvaro Morata, his striker I actually love. I love Alvaro Morata.
But I don't see Morata being too aggressive. He's not really that aggressive. I saw one kind of striker.
Yeah, okay.
They give me those kind butter striker.
I know he's soft. He
looks soft and
he's not like Costa.
Really,
like Drogba.
Yes.
But when you know football, you know football. When you can play this thing, you can play it. Fernando Torres is not that strong. When in his days, his best.
But he has been pushing guys down like he pushed guys down like Haaland very, very well.
I said something about Fernando Torres. One thing is, it's just basics of football.
Yeah.
One of the basics of football. Once he's one step ahead of you, it's always difficult to get him. He's fast. So once he's ahead of you, he doesn't need to have that strength, that physique to drop you down. Unlike Drogba, Haaland, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic and all. But since Drogba and Costa left, I think we have not really been there in terms of striker in Chelsea.
So why did you guys think about calling in Lukaku?
Oh yeah,
He's
even forgotten. But the thing is,
you get sold in finally. But I was thinking, why didn't you? Because I know you guys are having issues with the strike. Why didn't you activate that? Bro, come back home. Let's see what you can do in here.
Sometimes I feel for these players because the price tag sometimes. We bought Lukaku for close to 100 million, 90 something million.
I think Lukaku is the most highest. He's the most costless player ever.
In terms of movement, in terms of
cumulatively how much is spent on him.
Price. I know I think at the point it used to be Nicolas Anelka and but now it's Lukaku. I think what actually affected Lukaku at Chelsea was the interview.
That post, come on, I know. That's that. No, even if he wants to go, I know, like yourself as well. Most Chelsea fans don't see him playing for the badge anymore for Chelsea.
And that's just it.
So if you're coming here, you're coming just to get your bag and go.
I know that's.
So you're no longer paying for the badge.
You know the likes of Paul Mason and all these journalists and all football analysts and all. What they do is they bring down something different in you, like that thing you've been keeping. We know what the country is all about. Yeah. The media.
Yeah.
They want something different. It's not the same news every day. Alan might score this week. Alan scored last week. They want something different, a unique news, like something you'll be really interested in. It went along.
And it was a banger. I don't think I actually watched the full clip. I didn't actually watch the full clip.
I wasn't even interested.
It was only, can you imagine? It's like that Ronaldo's interview. Do you know that? It was later. Only that short clip, only that one did the job.
Even the big Ronaldo.
Yeah.
How to talk of Lukaku. Well, and sometimes I think Lukaku is also one of these like very unlucky players, just like Joao Felix. You know, sometimes they might have gone past the goalkeeper and still not score. Sometimes they can be very unlucky. And I don't know, it was just, I think, let me give you 3 scenarios about, let me give you 3 players.
Okay.
Sometimes we say, my dream is to play for Real Madrid, my dream is to play for this, my dream is to play for that. I'll give you 3 players or 3 instances where sometimes it's not all about dream. Look at, well, I can't blame them. Look at Kaka.
Okay.
When Ancelotti left, they go left. But Ancelotti came to Chelsea and he told him I would like to have in Chelsea.
Yeah.
But he said, you know, I've always told you my dream is to play for Madrid. He went to Madrid, but it wasn't what he expected.
Yeah.
Same with Hazard. Thank you. In fact, if you check my Instagram, my DM, I've got a message for Hazard and said, I know he wasn't going to reply.
Yeah.
But it was just there. Like I didn't see Hazard gelling. I didn't see Hazard being successful in that Madrid team, honestly. It was just like I saw something very different.
Yeah.
And the last person, Lukaku. Like his dream was to play for Chelsea and be the drop of Chelsea.
It didn't work out. It has to do with the treatment he got. He got a different kind of the fans praise and everything in Juve, and that should be Juve, or also in Inter gave him those kind of massive love that
exactly.
And you know what about I keep saying about football fans is we have short memories. Yeah. It's not about you're only as good as your last game. So we don't care. We don't care if you didn't perform today's match. You don't know how to play. You don't know how to play. You can't even try.
Most especially Chelsea fans.
No, it's like that everywhere. It's like that everywhere.
See, I'm really honored to be here today because I don't really like. I'm not this type. I'm not this keyboard warrior.
Yes.
Things I'm saying I might not be able to say, like type to convince someone to let you know what a player should do.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I don't really,
You don't engage on someone. You don't think they should do that.
If you tell me Jackson is better than Messi, I would say okay, no problem. If that's
if that what suits you.
Honestly.
But how come you're going? Do you think you have a backup now? Because from what I can see now, Jackson is solid strong as Chelsea number 9.
Wow.
And with the backing I've seen, he has gotten the backing that he needed to show that we trust you to perform. And I said this last time, that was actually one of my first podcasts, is if you're ending with 14 goals, I don't know why everybody keep talking about Jackson. To me, he's done a good job, bro.
Yeah, 14 goals.
14 goals.
14 or 15?
14.
I don't remember. 14 goals in your first year.
Come on.
It's all right. I mean, it's nice.
Come on. From a United fan, I know what it means. My boy ended with 7 goals, Rashi, last season. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Rashford.
So you should be. He has the ups and downs. And now, I keep people arguing about what's his name, about Jackson. If I had Jackson against Rasmus, I won't complain.
Yeah.
Rasmus is young, yeah, super talented, but come on, I'm yet to see that. I'm yet to see he has those, yeah, he can give me all those wow factor, but I don't feel that goosebumps, man. I have him.
I think there are two different kind of strikers, Rasmus and Jackson.
Okay.
Jackson is just good. He's good with his feet. Like he's got very nice footwork.
But he has bad first touch.
Yeah, the first if you
it's like Lukaku. Lukaku has a bad first touch.
He has a very it's
first touch.
Very heavy. It's very heavy first touch.
I don't think he can even play against people like Pino. You know, Pino passes the ball like it's short. I keep wondering, how are you playing with guys like this?
He can't even play for Germany because you know what we call German pass, like very fast. But I feel Jackson can move with the ball.
Yeah.
The only problem Jackson has got is finishing.
Yeah.
That's just it. But Oiland has got a very strong foot. His left foot is very strong. When he kicks the ball, he kicks it well. He's got a very strong foot. I would see him as, I wouldn't say he's a good finisher than Jackson, but I think when
he's not. He guess he's a good because he's not.
Yeah,
the goals shows. The figures will show whether he's good or not. And the only issue I'm having with him most times is I think he doesn't have the right positioning. Because how come in the whole match, first half, you might not even have one shot on target. You might not even have one single shot in the box. It's not as if that we're not having the ball.
For Oiland?
Yes.
Are you gonna blame him or put that on the creativity in Man U?
Now look at the situation now. You might think yes, it's about they don't have the creativity, but yet you know that who has the highest creation? Bruno, yes, but yet
it's lost form.
No. Even when Bruno has the highest creation, yet your strikers are not doing nothing. It's not even working. That you have to rely on side to work. And what happens in you running through the sides? I keep saying it. I prefer Rashford in the center. Sometimes when you're actually with the ball, he can actually go towards the right.
What if Rashford doesn't like himself as a striker?
That's the problem. The problem is that he thinks he's better that way, but we are watching you and telling you, bro, stay here.
That's the thing.
Stay here.
Someone like me, I might sorry for for going.
Yeah, sure.
Someone like Palmer.
Yeah.
Or I could prefer Palmer as a winger. But Palmer himself likes to play the number 10 position. He likes the free role. I like him when he plays the free role also, but he's also dangerous when he plays as a winger. And for now, we don't want to, cut short the progress of Madueke also.
Yeah.
But some of these players, it's not really easy on the coaches, trying to bring out the best in them. That's why you see some coaches using players off position. It happened to Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah, just because we want to include them, you just have to find a way to infuse it anyhow.
That's it. So it's.
But even in the long run, if you ask me, Chelsea had a better option than Manchester United in the striking force. Now we went ahead to get Abzexi, which is Joshua, wonderful player, good first touch, good pass, good flair, nice body language, wonderful game, but he's not a striker, bro.
Who's that?
Joshua.
Oh, right.
He's not a striker. He's always. I'll keep repeating this every single day, every single time. He's not a striker.
Why do you think so?
He should be number 8 or 10. Yeah, he said that he's more like a number 10, and now I believe him. He says 9.5. Come on, bro, you're not 9.5. You're not 9. You're not anything 9 at all, because he has this lovely touch. He has this way of flicking, faking, dropping wide. He has this good play, body language, can dribble you all through. He spends most of his time in the midfield. Then how I know you're a striker, you get a ball, you don't turn to go. He drops the pass, he runs into space, but he doesn't get the ball in the box.
Which is what a striker should do.
Yeah, because remember is to try to get your first touch inside the box. You're always coming in deep, collect, go back, you go getting deep, go back. Even if the goal goes to score, like you try to straight that first goal and you get in. Yeah. But you are not that conscious. You are not deliberate in, wait, this is my job. You move forward. You take it.
I think, we've got different kind of strikers, and that will take me to my top 3 best strikers of all time. That's Delima Ronaldo, Fernando Torres, and Samuel Eto'o. Of all time. Well, I'm not saying Cristiano Ronaldo. I see him as a winger. Honestly, I'm not including him as the best man of all time or whatever because of the goals or the stats. But those 3 strikers, when you look at them, Delima is not the kind of strike. Sometimes he scores, like he runs behind defenders and scores. But he's this kind of striker. He's a very complete striker.
Yeah.
He could create himself. He could get the ball himself.
He can get him
dribble,
get a chance and score. Exactly.
Same with Fernando Torres.
Even Jackson does that,
Jackson
can beat a defender to score. This is what I'm talking about.
Man.
You see, how a new striker is, you have the one-on-one. See, if you're a striker, you only see one defender. Guy, he's half goal.
No, but Jackson can.
Yeah, can actually run.
Can he score?
Yeah, see, major thing, give me that go aye first.
Right.
Give me that go aye.
I get what you're saying.
How can I watch a whole full match? I keep saying that it is a lot. A whole full match, no touch in the box, no single shot. You're a striker, yet you touch the ball more than 10 times. Or even more than 5 times outside the box. You touch it.
I think Alan also sometimes he's got this kind of problem. There was a match Alan had just 9 touches, even lesser than Ederson. He had just 9 touches because it's this kind of
how many matches? I'm talking about match in, match out. I can give you, this is what I check. Because I'm actually on the radar of this my strikers every single time. I'm going to say, how are your touches in the first half of the game? How do you try to make your touch impactful? You've seen that most of the time you're coming, you get the ball, you go left, go right. How are you trying to improve? Okay, fine, turn. Let this touch be in the box somehow.
Oh, well, it depends. I feel it depends on the system. It depends on what you're playing, what your team is playing. Because just like Chelsea, most times now we play to the opponent's weakness. If you believe it or not, because we defend well now. When we want to play, we play and we play to our strength. But when our opponents, when they're playing against us, we defend very well, and then when we attack from the counter, we play to their weakness. So it depends. I think that system can actually have an impact on the striker. It depends on what you play. If you're playing from a counter, you expect, like while going, you expect the striker also to move with you. Probably run behind defenders. But when you play against a low block, or you play against a team that play a low block, that's why we've got a player like Sancho. He can take you on any time. He can take 2-3 players on. And then when you've got that was what Eden Hazard did for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Joko. Because once you can take 2-3 players off, that's all. Just
you've done that. You created a chance.
You get so, but when you play against a team, for example, just watch our last match against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
When they got a red card, they had to play low block. They defended very well. It was so compact and we could not break through. So you don't expect a striker to be in the box. It depends on when you get. It depends on where the back four, where they position themselves. Because if they are in the box, fine, you expect the striker to probably run around. But if they are right in front of the box, you don't expect the striker to run behind it. It depends on the system. Literally, it depends on the system your team is playing.
Let's take Manchester United out of the perspective. I watched him play. That should be in one of those international breaks. Most of his touches, 80% of his touches were in front of the box, and it was left, right. I think got an assist, left, right. This guy is not. There's difference between you're not focusing the post.
Same. Are we talking about
Zeski? That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You run out, collect the ball, pap. What of run, collect, turn.
But I think he's a mobile player.
Good, he's mobile, but look at it. He's a very good player when he's in the midfield. he's now, you taking him to play as a number 9 means that he's not playing -9 there, because he's not leaving his position to come here to do the work, the touch pop open, which he should be doing as a number 8 for you.
Well, all right. So if you were to be in Ten Hag's shoes, what would you do? Like, how do you want to position the midfield?
Go.
You've got Bruno, you've got Meno, and you've got I don't know if you've got Eriksen,
good.
Mount, or
all
whatever.
of them can play again. That's why all of them can play at the same time like that. For me, regardless how you want to say it, I still need Casemiro in that my game.
Right.
No matter what, I need.
And then Casemiro.
Casemiro always
how
be
do you
there.
integrate all of them?
You can always be easier having Casemiro in there,
Right.
having Bruno with him, and then you have your 9.
Right. So Mino is gonna sit.
Come on, everyone can play. What are you saying? Everybody can play together at the same time. Everybody can play at the same time. Now, what I'm saying is, you go back to 4-4-2 formation, play 2 strikers, whereby you have Haaland on front, then you are supporting him. He's good to support a striker. If he's supporting a striker, he plays wonderful well. But play him as the lone striker, depending, he's not meant to have all the whole weight on him.
Do you know every coach has got a template? Like, they've got their system,
Yeah.
and they've got like a top, like it's just like a scale of preference. Just like Jose Mourinho,
Okay.
he prefers a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Do you get Conte?
Mm.
Conte prefers 3-5-2 or 3-4-3 formation. Do you know if Ten Hag doesn't like 4-4-2?
Good.
Or it doesn't even really
4-4-2 is more like United
players.
thing. Yeah, you don't want it, get it outside. But the problem is, I've watched them match in. Holland was injured. I've watched him full time. I even said, if you start Zeski one more time, come on, it's obvious. You do it the first time, 2, 3. It's not working. You don't need to. It's not rocket science. You've tried it. He has not dribbled past one defender to score or take any shots.
So he's always score like, I can't remember the match I watched. Was it against Tottenham, or I think
missed the
a game before that? Yeah, he missed the goal.
Come on. Okay, no.
On target.
Wait. Do you know about the misses? If I talk about, I'll say, come on, man. I don't need to. If I show you clips, what we're talking about this is, I think I need to attach a clip to this video.
So do you want to judge him based on this few, like 6-7 matches?
I'm judging you based on what I don't follow Zeski before now. So I wouldn't know what his impact has on me. Besides, my players are all young. Haaland, I don't follow Haaland before now, so I don't know how his impact has only been. I'm seeing them right from now. Look at what they are playing, and I'm actually giving the benefit of the doubt. Okay, you can try something different, but I've watched you. Haaland is a number 9. Yes, he's not scoring much goal, but you see him. When you see him, you see someone who has a vision. A striker that does not try to look at your post first. This is where you are going. See, you're holding the ball, you're always backing your post.
Right.
You always backing your post. You want to collect a ball. For somebody who wants to, you need to at least go for slant. I know that you have a mind of going left or right. You're full backing your post. That means this is full-time midfielder's role. Come on, give me ball. Distribute. That's what you're doing. Come on, you're number 9, bro. You're giving a nice touch. Palm, you're doing nice one. Palm left to right, but turn.
Well, to me, I feel just like it's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science.
Football is not right. Today we're playing this team. This is what we're playing. Bruno, Zex is gonna make a run. Make sure you give him a pass. What if the first, second, third, or fourth pass wasn't a successful pass? Do you get? So it's not like
Okay.
we believe, okay, in a match, Rashford is going to play as 11. He's going to have a very big space. He's going to run in. Do you get, like, dash in, dribble players, take them on? But what if you go in and the other coach also has got a player to man mark Rashford or to man mark someone? Sometimes these players are not to be blamed, but as football fans, we don't see it that way. But the thing is,
I can't give him that benefit of doubt, because if you're a striker, okay, remember, have you played as a striker before? Normally, maybe.
Yeah, I have.
Good. Yeah. Now, how would you feel a whole first half?
Yeah.
You not take one wide. I don't say on target.
Yeah.
I say wide. No wide, no no single wide. And why do you think they make a striker that sometimes you say give them the guy is, you know what it means? Blank.
Oh well.
You don't play back. Now look at what happened. Let me tell you a scenario. Let me play the scenario now. When they signed him, I remember he was playing Bruno false nine. We kept complaining. You have strikers. Why would you play Bruno when you have strikers? I was thinking, I never knew Ten Hag knew what he was doing. When it's better he's putting a midfielder there to drop in. Now you put in a striker now. The person is also doing the same thing Bruno should have been doing. Believe in me, I said, Oga, you can continue back with Bruno top 9 because it's not yielding results. With Rasmus, I know he's about positioning. He's not getting the pass from Bruno. Sometimes they lock him out because he's always inside. When I say he's a bad position, that's how you stay. Nobody will give you a pass. That's the truth.
Yeah.
If you're not really mobile enough to lose your defenders, you won't get the ball. But he's not good at. Let's be honest. Rasmus is not good at losing his defenders very well.
Yeah.
The only person I know give A1 there is Ronaldo. In losing defender, you are with Ronaldo.
Even allowed.
Before you know it, you are lost. If you lose, you open. That's the position I'm talking about. Once you position yourself very well, you connect the ball. But you don't need to stay a whole full game with no single shot on target or not even wide for Zeski. But yet, telling me, come on.
Well, let me come in from here. When you said Bruno, you said there was a point it was used as a false nine.
Yes, false nine. Yeah.
Do you know these coaches? They work with these players every day. They see them in the training. They know what they like. They know their strength and their weaknesses and all. They know what they are good at. Probably at Carrington, or I don't know where the training ground is at Manchester. Yeah, maybe he tried using Bruno as a false nine.
It worked.
In training and it worked. So he said, right, let me just give it a go. Sometimes you take risks. These coaches, they know. It's just like Nkuku. I would prefer him. He's our most prolific striker right now than Jackson actually. But because Jackson has been there, you get, and he's improving bit by bit. Nkuku has been very quite unfortunate with the series of injuries he's got. You get, so it's loads of it. People don't understand something. Just like, let me quickly chip this in. We could have known an Eden Hazard at Chelsea, but people forgot Marco Marin. A German player. They went for pre-season together and he got injured. And that was it for Marco Marin. That was when Hazard came into limelight. Marco Marin was the dazzler then in the pre-season. I don't know, Chelsea fans, typical Chelsea fans can know they should know what I'm talking about. It was Marco Marin then, not even Hazard. Their first season, both of them.
So why do you think they could have been patient with him? Was the injury that bad they couldn't be patient with him?
Yeah, it was a long-term injury. So it's just like, I think he went for 3 months or 6 months or thereabout. James. It's just because
it's over for James for me.
It's just because of his standard. It's just because people know James is good. It's just his unavailability. He's good. When he comes in anytime, he's coming into the team.
He's coming to the team, but we can't. I don't think. I can't say for sure, but because things everything's bound to change. Last time he came back from injury, it wasn't 100 anymore.
Yeah, it takes time. We see different things in football. Yeah. Just like what we were saying before about using a player as a false nine. Yeah. Coaches see different things in players. They see different things. I was going to say something before. As a Chelsea fan, then we had Willian, Pedro, and Hazard. Yeah. We never had a real striker. It was Alvaro Morata's period. Yeah. But they didn't trust him because he wasn't scoring. He wasn't losing chances. And
you guys were fast.
Yeah, and then they had Hazard, Pedro, and Willian. If I was a coach, I won't use Eden Hazard as a false nine. Yes. I would use Pedro. Yeah. Pedro was able to cut him when he was in Barcelona. Sometimes he played as the false nine in Barcelona. as a Chelsea fan, like my simple basic knowledge of football, I would use an Eden Hazard where I know he can give me 9.5 over 10.
Yes.
Than where he's going to give me 8 over 10.
Mm.
Do you get? It's different. And Eden Hazard can make a run himself from his wing.
Yes.
Running himself and score. But you need a creative player like Eden Hazard to give him that ball when he's playing as a false 9. You need someone to do what Eden Hazard is doing on the wing.
On the wing as well.
When he's playing as a false 9. But Eden Hazard can give you something like, I've watched clips. I got tired of watching best of Eden Hazard on YouTube. I've seen everything.
No, Eden Hazard is one of the best. I think
there was a point he dribbled the goalkeeper. He had an empty net, but he gave it to Batshuayi. That is what Hazard can. That's something he can do.
The way I remembered the famous Wario scored after post-match. We can see what Hazard has done. Not, some people take play of the month with that.
That's just it.
Give it to him. Well, I understand. No. Everyone knows that it was no contest we're doing in the Hazard era in Chelsea. It was whenever he comes in, it's like he's packing like 3 people. You running. It reminds me of those era of Messi. Yeah. You join the queue. If you dribble, you join the queue. Dribble, you join this queue. I'm following him.
When
it was
even John Mikel said he doesn't really train well.
Yeah.
It doesn't. When it's time to jog, when it's time to gym, you don't see Hazard there.
Yeah.
When it's time to play football on the training ground, you see him there. He's going to play football. But when it comes to jogging, running, doing different, he won't be there. But
that broke him in. That's what broke him in.
Exactly.
Madrid. Yeah.
Something you were not used to.
The physical
all
those
you were not used to. Then he went to Madrid. You can't see Benzema, Sergio Ramos running on the pitch, training, stretching, and then you would sit down. You went to that team. You went there to join them. You can't be that bossy. You can't do it. At Chelsea, Mourinho said, "I don't care if he doesn't train, as long as he gives me 10 by 10 in the match." The next day, he's still going to be the man of the match.
And I hear you're still here to prove yourself. You're still here to prove yourself. Nobody knows you, so you just have to.
His last match as a Libya player, he went there and he went there. They went to the club on a Friday with Dimitri Payet and all. And Payet said, was it Payet or Joko? One of them said that was the day they really respected Hazard because they were all drunk. They were all hungover. They couldn't they were tired. For the next match.
Yeah.
It was the last game of the season when Hazard scored an hat-trick.
Hey, God, that was Hazard. Eden Hazard.
When Eden Hazard is really ready to play football, it's difficult.
Okay.
You don't want to play against him.
Let's make something into perspective now. We're talking about Chelsea, although he's still very optimistic about Chelsea getting a run into before, but not certain about clinching the title, which is still up for debate for a whole lot of people.
I don't want to be too optimistic.
Yeah, he had to name names like City, Arsenal, and Liverpool, and City one up there in the top flight football in this season, but he's certain that they're looking at top 4. That's something for real.
I know. I would give them, like, I'm not saying they would be in the 5th position, but I would say top 5 would be there.
Top 5.
They're playing European football next year. I'm so sure about that. I'm so certain about that. And we need. I think we need.
We're only playing one, but this conference.
They're already, but you can't compare conference to Europa League and Champions League. If Palmer wants to be rated, if he wants to be seen at that level with Jude Bellingham and the Vinicius, he
needs to be playing the top flight football.
He needs to play Champions League. That's just it.
Okay, now let's talk about something that's actually going around rounds in people's pages and in social media for the past since yesterday. It's about Super Eagles of Nigeria getting locked up or still getting stranded in an airport in Libya when they're still waiting to be transported to the venue where they're going to play their match. Now, with the whole things going around, the LFF, which is the Libyan Football Federation, is talking about that Nigeria they're going to take illegal action against Nigeria for abandoning the match for forfeiture because Nigeria thinks that they were not treated well. And with the statement they issued, they said yes, that they're trying to retaliate about how they were treated in Nigeria when they came to play in Uyo. Now, this is a developing story. it got scary at some point because players were seen lying in a hotel that seemed, in a airport that seems abandoned, with no Wi-Fi, no food for close to 16 hours. That's a long period of time.
17 hours.
Yeah, so it's quite a long time. I know when people have layovers, you can naturally swear, but it looks like a very, very ugly incident. Looking at this thing, we think that CAF has done a lot, looking at what they did in the Nations Cup and the preparation so far. I think we've gone past this level. Even if you're trying to retaliate, this is like going over the board. Now, before I actually get your opinion on this, let me actually talk about what they mean by retaliation. The match is in New York. Their plane was booked to be in Port Harcourt. And then in Port Harcourt, they were availed another flight, a connecting flight from them to Uyo. But it was quite expensive for them, and they opted for a different way, which is road, and they were provided a security from the.
They got their own boss. Then the Nigerian Football Federation gave them the security from Port Harcourt to
Uyo. Now, the problem is I need to point out is why were they not booked straight to Uyo, which is the problem. The issue is they believe they could have been booked straight to Uyo than to Port Harcourt and now look for a connecting flight. That's a delay. Yes, they did that themselves. They choose an option because they're not in their pocket. Now, the retaliation now the other way around. The information was that they were already landing in the location, but they were rerouted back to wait for 2 hours from there back to that venue, and then locked in there for hours. Do you think is the retaliation is something can be matched up, or there's a mix-up, or someone took it personal? Because it's now political. It's no longer a game of football like it should be.
Oh yeah, I think many years ago, FIFA banned some countries because the government were interfering with the sport.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can remember. There was a time it was really
rampant. Very well.
Yeah, it was really rampant, and
even when Nigeria wanted to ban us, they told Nigeria not to do that. They wanted to suspend us, not to play. You can't interfere with things like that.
So I feel before that, I've got something to say about this same issue. Nigerians unite against non-Nigerians. We don't unite against the government, against our own oppressors and all.
Yeah.
I like the fact that there's social media, and it's really helpful.
Yeah.
If not for social media yesterday, probably we might be hearing the news today.
Definitely.
You get?
Yeah.
And I would say Africans were really selling ourselves out.
Yeah.
We're selling our weaknesses out. Even Fabrizio, Al Jazeera, and all the
Sky
Sports.
Yeah, but when I saw those pictures of them in the airport, it wasn't a good thing, and I thought we're just there. It was too much when they laid that. But seeing on Sky, I was like, God damn it! It's global now.
We're selling ourselves out. You don't expect Chelsea to go to Barcelona, to go to Spain, but because probably they locked up a training ground where we're meant to train, and then when they come to London, now tell them to go to probably Ireland first, and then leave them there for 17 hours. The Victor Boniface, the Chukwueze, and all people like top footballers. I know what they are. Most of them are really exposed to at club level. Leaving them at the airport, it's inhumane. The thing is, I would blame LFF. I'm sorry to say, I'll just blame LFF. If you want to retaliate, you retaliate on the pitch. It's just like when you talk, do the talking on the pitch.
Yeah.
When you want to retaliate, tell Libyans, tell the players to make sure you win this game.
Yeah.
Retaliate because of what they did to us in the past.
Yeah.
Make sure you win this game, and that's it. You don't retaliate with, because the thing is, we've been hearing like different stories because of the way Nigeria treated them when they came, this and that. But I mean, when we've seen like different stories, very dark man and different people saying different things, but the one I picked was from the pilot himself.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they were meant to land at Benghazi, but they diverted the plane somewhere else. Was it Al Akrib or Al Akrab? I can't remember. But where they were yesterday, there was no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
There was no food.
It was just like there was no food.
It was like an abandoned airport. Yeah, because I know if it were really public airport, they could find their way out. Okay.
If you watch the clip from what the pilot had to say, he said that airport wasn't even like an alternate, or like it wasn't even part of their alternatives. It wasn't part of their alternatives. Like, you know, sometimes, for example, while they were going to Benghazi, in case something happens, probably an emergency landing, the airport they landed wasn't even there.
It wasn't even an option.
Honestly, it wasn't even an option.
So it was just meant, that's why they needed a plane to come there to take them.
And when he landed, was like, they said, he said himself, and I quote, he said, because there's a video, he said, there was a video, he said he went to different hotels, like to try and book hotels for the players, but they would let him in, but they wouldn't let the players in, they wouldn't let any Nigerian in, even with the NFF chairman. And he said, what happened? They asked him, and he said to him, it was from higher authority, that means the government. The government interfered, not just the LFF. For you to know, why did the LFF president, why did he resign yesterday? He did. He resigned. So there is something hidden. There is an untold story.
This is because I got a little bit scared, because look at this situation. Why would you be locked up in an abandoned airport? Sometimes I think, am I held hostage?
It was
because
Boniface said it. He said this is becoming scary.
Because you can't leave the airport. There's securities in there at the entrance, the back. So you just have to stay here. So it was like a hostage kind of situation.
They went far east, like was it 200 and something or 300 and something kilometers from Benghazi or whatever. So it's awful.
This is something, and
it shouldn't happen.
CAF actually issued a statement that they're going to set up a disciplinary committee to look into this.
I'm really looking forward to their decision. Honestly, I want to see what they'll do. I want to see what CAF will do, because it happened to Imba also when they went to Libya to play a CAF competition. That it happened. This is not the first time. So if you check, if you go on Puja's space on Twitter, you would see he highlighted 20 points from NFF against LFF. Yeah. So if you go on his page, it's there.
So that means this has been an occurrence, and the thing they can get away with it. But apart from that, I think should be a takeaway for everybody about how you treat your host. Get them a little bit. But Nigerians have always been a wonderful host in terms of making sure that you have all you need before the match. I can see connecting flights won't be that hot. Yes, it's expensive, but even if the flight they got to you expensive, I see this as a dark shade of retaliation. This is not even. This is witchcraft. This is wickedness.
What happened to them was like when they came to Nigeria, it was just like due diligence. I saw pictures of. I think they were just trying to create a scene to suit their own narrative.
Yes.
I saw a picture of the player sitting on the floor and whatever. I don't know. I wasn't there. But
why would you sit on the floor? Good thing. Why would you sit on the floor?
I think everything that happened there happened for just 1 or 2 hours when they came to Nigeria.
And this as my problem. Why would you sit on the floor? What are you doing? Even upon the fact that we're in a very locked up airport, nobody sat on the floor. Why would you make the thing look so?
Honestly, well, you
can't. For props.
I'm not sure they can. They can defend the fact that they kept players, footballers, stars, European footballers, top footballers.
17 hours.
For 17 hours
in an abandoned airport that you can't even, because I know if it were really an airport, like, can I say, okay, no, you know what? Get out of here. I'm going. You know what? Just go in here, book a flight for everybody.
Yeah.
If they left us in a different airport, we can actually book it ourselves. Go in there, book for everybody, we'll leave. But you made it possible that they cannot do anything. So that means they are just there at your own mercy. Imagine if nobody had any means to actually call out. They will be right there for hours.
Yeah, and I really commend the captain, the Super Eagles captain, Trustecom, and the NFL chairman. I really commend them because I wouldn't have been happy if they played that football.
No, it doesn't.
If it was 1 hour, 2 hours, I even commend their patience because I wouldn't wait that long. So 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, fine. 4 hours,
fine.
17 hours, you can't defend that. No, you can't.
Come on.
No.
And get the bus in the brought.
It's ridiculous.
Guess the bus is the brought. See the buses.
Yeah, I thought. Oh God, God. I won't get to that kind of bus. I'm being honest with you. Well, maybe many years ago.
Yeah.
Not
not now.
Stage.
It
In
is.
2024.
And they'll be jump-packed like sardines inside
In
it.
2024, for God's sake.
They had a good bus when they were in Nigeria, so what did they say?
I saw a video clip where they brought they brought their press to record what was happening yesterday at the airport.
Yeah.
The NFL chairman sent them away. Said no, you can't.
What?
Get away.
This is more serious than I think
even
it is.
someone came also. It was making it was recording them. That was when Boniface challenged him.
It will look quite difficult. It's an ugly incident right there in Libya, and I'm glad they are all safe. They are not out. Let's see what the decision of the CAF is going to be in this situation. And I think point deduction is sacrosanct, but which way it's going to go is what I'm actually waiting for now.
I tell you, they might fix a rematch in a neutral ground outside Libya, outside Nigeria. To me, if I was the CAF chairman, that's what I would do. I'm sorry. I'm not being sentimental.
Yeah.
I'm a Nigerian. What LFF did was actually wrong. It was ridiculous. Yeah. But if I was to make a decision, I would say right, they can play. But the thing is, it's going to actually affect them. Like, it's going to affect the fixture.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's going to jump back the whole features again. Yeah,
well, I think they can decide so many things. Maybe they give a team 2 points, give the other one 1 point, or they give them both 1 point each. You get it? But I don't know. Let's see what. I can't wait to see what they decide.
Okay, so it's been an interesting time here with Nas. Just before we actually talk about the last game we have, but there's one thing I need to get his perspective about, which is Pep Guardiola is still a Manchester City manager, yet to sign his contract, which is going to run out by summer next year. There's been a speculation, even right here in Black Sport, we talked about having Pep Guardiola as a right fit for the Three Lions as an England coach. Now, with Guardiola not signing the contract yet, yes, it's all speculations, it's not under contract with Manchester City. Do you think Pep Guardiola is a good fit for a national team like England?
Well, he hasn't tried it before.
Yeah.
I think the only difference between club football and international football, just like Mourinho or someone said a long time ago, is just the fact that you get to work with your players day in, day out. You work with them regularly on a regular basis. But at the international level, no, you don't do that. So I don't know if Guardiola can be patient for that. He's still like young. He's still a young coach.
Yeah.
But to me, I think he's going to be a good fit for the England job. They've been looking for since this Steve McLaren. They've got many coaches in the past, and they've still not been consistent. See, someone like me, I'm not really a fan of England when it comes to international football.
Okay.
Because they've only got like individual talents. People say that a lot, and I think it's not news anymore. Yeah. They've got individual talent, but they don't have a team.
Okay.
They don't have a team. They've got. Just look at their last match when they lost 2-1 to Greece. I mean, the 2 matches ago. Yeah. They were trying to. Everybody can play. If you have to sit Palmer, sit him. If you have to sit Foden, sit him down. Everyone can play. I see Bellingham as a player who runs into the box. That's his best position. You don't use it. Well, in Madrid, they can create space for. They can create chances for him. Vinicius, Rodrigo, Valverde, everybody. that's why he could thrive
You
as
try
a
all
false
those
nine.
things, yeah.
But in England, no, you can't. You can't do that. Declan Rice is not that kind of player. Who else? No, but fine. Palmer is that kind of player, but I mean, it's different. Jude is better off when it comes to international football. He's better off running into the box. He's done it many times. So if Jude plays beside Declan Rice in a 4-2-3-1 formation, then use a Cole Palmer, a Bukayo Saka, Anthony Gordon. A Cole Palmer, fine, would be better there than a Foden. A Foden could play as a winger. Like he could play 10 also, but not like Palmer. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
He's at his ground than Cole Palmer. But at this point, the best player in that position is Cole Palmer. So you could use a Cole Palmer or a Foden. I'm not trying to pick.
Yeah.
And Anthony Gordon, who is a natural winger.
Yeah.
A Bukayo Saka, who is a natural winger. And then an Harry Kane, Ole Watkins, or whoever.
That should work. That should work.
It's simple.
But we want to fix it. Everybody needs to play.
That's the thing. So that's the kind of dilemma. That's the kind of problem a Pep Guardiola could solve. That's why I see him. It's not.
I see Pep even removing everybody at the club and bringing up some guys from Everton or going down to Champions. Guys, you don't even know.
That's the thing. And then he's going to bring a system in. See, everywhere he goes, he leaves his footprint.
Definitely, yeah.
When he was in Barcelona, fine, tiki-taka is legacy of Johan Cruyff.
Yeah.
But there's what we call tiki-taka redefined, which is Guardiola's. And that's what he's doing now.
Anybody put in a mix of Guardiola, you'll perform.
Yeah, that's the thing. Thank you for making this statement. I tell people, I said, it's not like I'm eating on Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
I like players like Paul Pogba. He's not a Chelsea player, but I like him. He's a very good player. Raheem Sterling, it's not because we've loaned him out. I wish I could say this on the live before he went to Arsenal on the loan. But Raheem Sterling was like a prospect. Like he was going there, he was there
from Liverpool. Yeah.
So when he got to a point, he was just there. When he got to Manchester,
it was expensive a transfer that went to that. Yeah,
I think 50 million British. I think it was a British record or something.
Yeah, it was a record sell. Record sell for them for Liverpool. Yeah.
So I think it was 50 something million or thereabouts.
It was a record sell.
Yeah, we bought Fernando Torres for 50 million. So I think it was.
Fernando was a record sell. I think him also was a record sell.
Yeah.
At the time. Yeah.
So I think Guardiola made Sterling to look like a top or world class player. Sterling is just a normal player. If you watch best of Sterling compared to the flops,
I want to say I think Sterling is good, but I know he has not scored against Manchester United. That's the only thing I know. He's a wonderful player, but he has never scored against Manchester United. Maybe he's a fan, but I can say he's a good player, but he dribbles a lot. He dribbles a lot.
See, when Raheem Sterling was Raheem Sterling, he could dribble. On his days when he's in the mood to play football, it's difficult to play against.
He's like one man army. He goes in. Only him goes in. Yeah. He's confident in himself.
He's a very difficult player to play against. But I tell you, when I saw Raheem Sterling at Chelsea, he was trying to dribble, like on several occasions, he was trying to dribble players and like trying to go past them. Are you joking? It was like he lost the knowledge of football. He couldn't even dribble. He couldn't even make a decision. Trying to go through a player. The thing is, there was this match I would not forget. I think we lost the match. Was it 4-1 against Wolves?
Okay.
Very, very painful match. We scored the first goal. And then we saw a chance. It was Raheem Sterling. It was Madueke, I think, and Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
And it was Raheem Sterling. It was 3 to beat the goalkeeper, not 3 to beat one defender. 3 Chelsea players to beat the goalkeeper.
Wow.
I'll tell you the clip, probably what I'm saying now. If you can just add it to it.
Okay.
It was meant to pass to Cole Palmer or someone. That's the difference between an Hazard and Raheem Sterling. He wanted to score. He wanted to take the goal. And he lost it. If he had scored, I wouldn't say anything.
That's simple about that. When you think you can make the shot, and he misses it. If the striker, I won't blame the striker. If the striker missed a chance they had a chance to give to his wingers or his midfielders, I don't blame him. Do you know why? It's my job to shoot it. Is that if I'm feeling a little bit generous, I give to you.
A striker can be selfish.
Yeah, you're meant to be selfish.
It's the last point of.
He's in the box. Yeah. He's in the box. He has all the rights to shoot. So giving him is giving you, maybe he's being generous. But you as a midfielder, when you do those kind of games, I think no, it's not. Your job is.
We lost the match 4-1. It would have been 2-0 from there, and we lost the match 4-1. Oh God, see, I can't.
All right, it is really an interesting time so far right here in Black Sport Podcast, and just to draw the corners, we have a game we normally play at the end of the show, which is something a little bit twist from what he'll be expecting today.
The topic going on, like, who would you prefer? Just rate them. Mm-hmm. Start one, bench one, and sell one. Cole Palmer.
Okay.
Bukayo Saka.
Yeah.
And Phil Foden. Oh, let me say based on not form, based on their ability, what you see in them. Do you understand? Like I know Saka has been there for 5 years, or thereabout. Foden has been there for 3-4 years. Palmer is just this is just the second year. But based on what you're seeing, based on the quality of football and all, start one, bench one, and sell one.
All right, it is an obvious thing for me. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice because you're a Manchester United fan, so you can.
I'll be neutral. I'll be neutral.
Yes.
I'll be neutral. So, starting the way it is, I always start Saka because of the experience. I'll start Saka. All right. And you said start, bench, and sell. Selling Foden.
Selling Foden.
Yes, I'm selling Foden. I'm going to bench Palmer. I can actually come against to the Foden. Come on, Foden. I think is not dynamic. Foden is good. I see Foden as a Man City player. Foden is a Man City player and not take Foden out of that. And then I can know what he can do. But Palmer has proven himself as a City player at Chelsea and also as England.
Yeah.
So I can say this. I can vouch for this. Then Saka is actually a one-player team, but he has actually proven himself as a country and also proven himself also as an Arsenal. To me, he is the one holding Arsenal. So he has a lot of experience. At a younger age, the pressure is on him. So what do you think?
Well, I'm a Chelsea fan, so I would like to go into that. I would like to do it, but let me try. Let me try my best.
Yeah.
I would sell Foden also.
Yeah.
So starting.
Who did start? Yeah.
Right. Well, let me tweak it. Based on it depends on what I'm going to play.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on what I'm looking for. Do you understand? So I might start Bukayo Saka and bench.
No, you might. What will you do? I don't know. What will you do if you are in this situation? What will you do?
Let me tell you something now. Let me use this scenario. A Cole Palmer would make an Arsenal team now. Yeah. I said what I said.
Yeah.
If you put him in an Arsenal team now, yeah, he will make the team.
He'll blend, yeah.
I don't care whoever goes on the bench, he will.
He will blend, yeah.
The Bukayo Saka will play in Chelsea also.
Yeah, he'll blend perfectly with the young boys as well.
Yeah. But I feel a Cole Palmer can play 10 and can play 7 and can play a false 9.
Yeah.
The Bukayo Saka would play 7
11, 3. Can also play 11. We haven't tried.
Maybe 11. He can. He's not really done it.
Yeah, he's not really done it.
But we know he's done it as a left back. He's done it as a right winger. Cole Palmer has done it as a right winger. He's done it as a 10.
But in football, you know that.
And he's done it as a false 9.
You should respect someone who can actually play defense more. Respect someone who can actually play as a defender. Come on. Okay, if you play as a defender, to me, I say it's if I'm. Maybe I'll go like 6 months out of play, or 6 months, I've not done 6 months before. Let's say I'll go out of Tommy like a month. If I come back, I like to play defense. You know why? It boosts your morale in defense because they coming at you, bro.
I understand you.
They coming at you.
Well, but I feel they're both top players.
They go top players.
I'm selling Foden because he's lost form.
He actually lost form.
And what I need from Foden, I could get it from Saka.
And Palmer, yeah.
He shoots well, actually.
He shoots well, definitely.
He shoots well from outside the box. He scores great goals, but Saka could give me that also.
Yeah.
And then Cole Palmer could create a chance. And,
Create chance, those of them.
But as a Chelsea fan, I'm sorry to be sentimental. I'll pick a Cole Palmer and bench him.
Alright.
Yeah. Last one, sorry. Who's your all-time favorite player?
Alright.
Or your hero, your favorite player of all time?
Alright. So I'm a Manchester United fan, and you know, one of the things that actually influenced so much about Manchester United fan is Cristiano Ronaldo. Not because right now he's changed. Like, you know, Ronaldo is not Ronaldo we know. Ronaldo we know is the Ronaldo who is a winger. The Ronaldo who is a winger is a different from Ronaldo who is a striker, who is a point man. Yeah. Now, as a Manchester United, my all-time, right, as it stands now, is Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah. Because of what he had not actually done, not individually, but different. He saved Serie A from a whole lot of things when the league was actually going down. He brought the whole league, he revived the whole league. People don't understand how big it is. Maybe people don't even know what really happened back then. When he signed for Juve, it was all over the whole place. The newspapers, people were babbling. Ronaldo became the national everywhere. The league went up there. They started signing big players. Investors pumped money into Serie A. He came into Manchester United. That was post-COVID. His merchandise sales helped Manchester United recover from post-COVID. He went to Saudi. That's history. He took Saudi league to the next level. So this is what I call impact. I said earlier that the debate of Ronaldo, Messi is always there. It's always been there. That's no doubt. Let's leave that aside. When you're talking about training young generation, superstars, Ronaldo is a template or like a PDF of when you see steps on how to be a successful professional footballer.
Without talent. Yeah. Like without having a natural talent or what?
What I mean is like a what I call a prototype. Look at the step. Working, putting the work.
It's just a product of hard work.
When you say product of hard work, it seems to say people are on the plane hard work. Do you know that for you to succeed, let me quote the Bible here. They said, hard work always pays. There's difference between it will pay. There's difference. They say it always pays. Hard work always pays. That means there is a reward for what? Hard work. And most people thinking about, no, you're natural. No, it doesn't work like that.
Do you know if not for hard work, Ronaldo was nowhere near Ricardo Quaresma many years ago. Yeah, but because of hard work was just the difference and attitude. Attitude and hard work, those two factors were the difference between, the two factors were the differences between Ronaldo and Ricardo Quaresma. Ronaldo had, there were periods when Ronaldo would stay back in training.
Yes.
After training, like he would stay back 2 hours, 3 hours, just to improve on himself.
Then why did Quaresma do that? Because
that's what I'm saying.
Even Hazard,
talent.
Hazard could have still be playing if he's hard working.
Yeah, it's not. I know.
Hazard will still be playing.
That's Hazard. He's got that talent.
You got it, but you're not. You have to fight for what you want. You have to. You see, I'm getting this though.
Well, Messi broke that law.
No,
Messi is also. He's not.
Let's talk about.
He doesn't really train well. Also,
when we talk about retrain, there's difference between retrain. Messi got what we call determination. There's something I work with hard work. Hard work have to have a goal. Have a determination to go where you're going. Yeah. People is an insult to Messi if they say Messi does not put in hard work. It's an insult to him. No, you can't say a professional player is not putting in hard work.
I'm not. Yeah. I get
So
the point.
When you're talking about he doesn't do that, this guy is doing the difference. Why Ronaldo seems to be doing, he's doing more than you is doing. Look at why I say it's always work. Look at Salah. Salah was trained like a beast in Roma. Yeah. Salah was trained like a beast.
Salah had that stuff. He had it in name in his previous club. I can't remember. Was it Shakhtar Donetsk?
He moved around Chelsea. Yeah. But when in Roma,
Roma was his.
He was like, man, I need to change my mentality. Immediately he changed it. Look at where he was. This to show you that anybody thinking that Messi does not have it is joking. If you think Messi does not have that same persistence, die hard till you succeed, you're joking. Mind you, he's from South America. we know how it is back then.
Naturally talented.
Apart from that, guy, for you to come out from there, you must be among the best, bro. There is a hub of talents. So for you to come out from there, so anybody thinking that he's not is joking. The reason I'm talking about Ronaldo is a blueprint. He shows you. Look, he comes to a club, tells you need this diet, you need this, he gives you the play. If you follow these steps, bro, this is what I'm calling any professional player out there that wants to succeed. Follow Ronaldo's template, you will succeed. Now tell me, what am I going to follow? And if not, guy, you need to be what? Diligent. You need to come early. Look at his qualities. Coming early to training. Yeah. Last to go. Sticking to your diet. Staying training for all your positions. Now these are things that every coach needs to. That's why I'm confused with Ten Hag, because Ronaldo is what every coach needs to place a role model for all the players to follow.
But you can't have two captains.
Because he didn't know, I'm sorry to say it, but I believe he didn't manage the situation better. Because he could have done. This is the only first person you can actually talk about his attitude towards you, but you can't deny his passion for the game. This is where he actually losing it.
Let me come in. Sorry to cut you short. There's one thing about football now. This modern football.
Yeah.
You have to just give it to the players. It's like the players now have got power. They've got more power now than the coaches. You know why? Because everything depends on them. The club, if you are really good, the likes of John Terry, Michael Ballack, Didier Drogba, they were behind Chelsea sacking Scolari.
Yeah.
Do you get? So Mourinho said it sometimes ago. He said you can't help it now. Players are now powerful. They can gang up against you and report you to the authority, and then they'll sack you. That's it. Do you get? You have to just understand the fact that it was just because I think Ronaldo didn't have a backup then. Just Ronaldo against Ten Hag. It was just Sancho against Ten Hag, and Ten Hag also is a disciplinarian.
Yes,
he's a very strict man. He said it about
he sticks to his words. Yeah,
he said it about Akin Ziyech in Ajax. He said it's difficult to manage. He's got attitude. Truly, he's got attitude. He's a very good player, but he's got attitude. So you need to manage. That's what they call player management. When they asked Maresca as an Italian, they said, "How do you get to convince your players to believe in your strategy, to believe in your philosophy and all?" He said it's simple. If they don't believe in it, that's the job. It's as simple as that.
Work out.
We've got that squad depth. So you have to understand the fact.
You guys shouldn't have an excuse.
We have the squad depth, honestly. So you need to understand that fact that you can't play all the games.
Yeah.
So when you play, show us why you have to play, and that's what Nkunku is doing. Show us why you have to play. I understand the fact that maybe clubs are trying to curb the powers the players have got now. But everything depends on them. They've got a contract. They've got the number of years.
They
give you the result. So whatever you do depends on the players. So they will still stick up for the players before the coach.
So just come and go. But that's the same. So you, coach, come and go. The player stays.
So summarily, Ronaldo is your all-time favorite player.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice one. To me, honorable mentions to Messi and Eden Hazard. I love both players, but my hero, my player of all time, not the best player of all time, but my own favorite player is Michael Ballack. It's strange, but it's Michael Ballack.
My brother actually want to have a wonderful time in Chelsea, no doubt. Even in Bayern, even as a German player as well.
He was just an unlucky player. Even German 2000.
He was very unlucky. He didn't every time.
Korea,
he just had almost a whole lot of things.
Yeah, I can remember Korea, Japan. That was what made me to pick Michael Ballack as my favorite player. He could have won the Ballon d'Or if Germany had won the World Cup in Korea, Japan 2002. In semi-final, he had to make a tackle to stop. I can't remember who they played. I think they played Turkey, and they could have scored, but he made a tackle and he got a yellow card.
Okay.
And he was suspended for the final.
Oh, that's why he didn't play it.
Yeah.
They lost. Okay.
And then Germany lost. I knew without Ballack, they wouldn't win that game.
It's going to be a tough one.
So, and he sacrificed himself just for his team to go into the final.
And they didn't win it.
No, they didn't win. it could have been a different ball game if he was there, because back then Michael Ballack was a leader. He's so good. He's good. He's got both legs. Like he could play. He could shoot with 2 legs, his left and right legs. He could shoot. He could nod. He could head the ball. He's good in defense. He's good in attack. He's a very good midfielder. He's good in free kicks. Apart from Junior back then, I knew Michael Ballack would be a free kick.
He's really good. He had a good time in Chelsea. I could remember one incident I can't forget. Then apart from that, from Manchester United, my all-time best player Manchester United is Rooney. He's a wazard.
I like Rooney.
Now, and that brings me to Ballack in your situation. There's a man that was Chelsea. We have that was an international. That should be Euros now, and this was the end of the season. We have Chelsea, Manchester United, and Ballack sometime fouled Rooney to give him injury.
Yeah, and he missed the.
And I saw Terry, Lampard.
Yeah,
come on, this is no longer. You thought he's your teammate. That means they don't care about this match you're talking about.
Michael Ballack doesn't see that way.
Yeah, he was really furious with them.
He didn't see that way.
It was really epic, and every time Rooney always have a problem going to a tournament.
That was when Manchester United versus Chelsea used to be Manchester United versus Chelsea.
That was when the match is
not
war.
Of Nicholas Jackson.
All right. Let me give it a wrap right now.
Thank you very much.
So I want to say a very big thank you for you guys for actually watching. This is the first time I'm having Naz here on the studio on Black Spot Podcast. It's been an interesting one, and if you believe me, it's going to be going on and on. Quite an interesting one. I quite enjoy myself. And just to before we give away, before we call it a day, do you think they're going to rise overpriced? Yes.
It's not his fault, just like Uche said. He said it's not my business. It's between the club. It's an agreement between the club. If they agree to buy me for 60 million, that's the agreement. It doesn't change me being a spectacular player or being the player I am. So Declan Rice is a very good player. He's a top class player. But
also overpriced.
He's a world class player. I don't. It's just like buying Vinicius for 200 million. No, the market is spoiled already.
Yeah, spoiled already.
Vinicius is a world class player. But buying him for 100 million, for 150 million or 200 million is outrageous. But he's a world class player. It doesn't change the status. But the price, no, it's overpriced. So.
Okay, that is it here. And don't forget that this is Naz. You can follow him on his handle right there on the screen. And don't forget to comment, share, and share with your loved ones. Get people talking about Black Sport Podcast, what we do here. Remember, we're here to share our own experience about the love for the game, which is football. Remember, it's more than a game. I am your host, like always, this is Uche. I will be signing out here with Naz on the studio. What do you have to say for us today?
Yeah, well, I'm really honored to be here today. I really do appreciate you. Thank you very much for bringing me on your podcast. And then I'm looking forward to
having more of it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay, now so we'll join the contest here on Black Spot Podcast. Don't forget to show us on social media platforms on X, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, and also on LinkedIn. We're here giving you the real experience. Let's get talking our storytelling about what's happening in the game of football and also in sport. We'll see you next week. I will talk about, we have more guests coming here over the weekend with the Chelsea, Arsenal, and also Manchester United on a debate on what's going on in EPL. See you next week. Have a lovely day. Ciao.
Thank you. Bye.